Hello YouTube. I keep doing this. I need to quickly check audio before we jump into this. But yes, we're doing BAA Alita. Last order. Just absolutely make sure. Can take off the headset. So, I will be completely honest with you guys. I've tried recording this at least 3 different times. I've made it at least 4 pages in, or 3 or 4 pages in, where I saw, what was his name? Fucking Pain, right? Yeah, Pain. The hallucination that's inside her now. I've made it that far every single time. I've tried recording this like 3 times. I've always put it down because I have worked the night and I said this would take too long, or something else came up, family matters or other stuff. So I always put this down. The other biggest thing is, I said I'd be honest. If I put out a vote and it gets tied, and it's happened countless times, I will usually not pick up the thing until we get a winner, even if it's by 1 vote. And since no one really votes in the channel thing, I get like maybe 10, 12 max on some stuff. But since I said, oh, do you want me to cover 12, I think it would be 2 full volumes over 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks, and it got tied on like 2 weeks and 4 weeks as people wanted. I only had like 2 or 4 votes, but still, yeah, just for a heads up, if I ever do want to vote in the future, if we get a tie, I just leave it. I think that's the biggest reason I haven't really like fully sat down, and it's such a stupid reason, but I've done it for every other thing beforehand, so it's just in there. But I know people don't look at the channel page much, the community page. Otherwise, we are jumping into chapter 44. I don't know the exact wiki for BAA Alita. Give me 1 second. I'm actually opening up. Last order. Chapter 44. So we're at the start of a volume. I think the last time we did one was in April. So it's been a long time. I more than likely will pick up another 3 within a week or 2. I promise that, because I will probably want to finish this volume, and I feel bad for not putting stuff out for you guys for this. So we'll probably finish volume 8 sometime next week after. I have other stuff that needs to come out prior, so, but this was a big thing I wanted to at least get a part out. I want this to come out tonight. It's not coming out tonight. This usually takes about 2 hours, 3 hours to render, and then it usually takes about that much time to upload, and it's already 7 o'clock at night. I'm not getting this up tonight. This will probably go up, today's Friday. This will probably go up Saturday afternoon, sometime at night. But yeah, we're picking up phase 44, phase 45, phase 46. We're picking up 3 chapters. Point of No Return, Impact Winter, and I believe he felt the same. Like I said, I've read a tiny bit of this every single time. Point of No Return 1, Alita. Yeah, and she enters the room, and Pain is sitting here. It's rare for you to visit me, so you could get back to yourself and become a decent human. Is that the self-image you wanted? Sorry, I meant to do this earlier. Oh. Yoko was just a kid that didn't know anything, but she tried desperately to exist. The white rose of innocence is sometimes sadder than foolish. You killed a few 100,000 people like nothing. It was war. I was trained for that. That is great justification. To kill a person that you don't know, that is war. And that is the ultimate result of being that organization's slave. Ugh. Sorry, my just kind of itchy. I think it's because kind of more sweaty now. Okay, I want to fucking put my hair. That's another thing I should have done beforehand. But you are my dear student, so I will give you advice. Stop trying to advance anymore. You should go back to where you belong. What? It is still not too late. Go back to your friends. They'll give you a warm welcome. Most of them will. Except for fucking the person I really liked, Ido. Ido? The one that got me into the series. If you didn't know, I've said this in previous parts, I'm not the biggest fan of a female main character. I've gotten used to, or I'm liking Alita as a main character. It's just that it's easier for me to relate to a character that's male. It's always been that case. So that's pretty much it. That's why I don't usually pick up stuff with female main roles. Unless the characters are incredible. And Ido I kind of fell in love with as a side main character. But Alita grew on me. Alita really grew on me. And there's others, like fucking Destinova and stuff like that. There's Chaos Den. Fucking... Oh. Pig Woo is pretty good. Martin. Ugh. If I just look down the name of the list. Oh. Give me 1 second. Okay. Back. My memories. Figure 4. And that's fucking Ido. And that lady from the village. I don't know who it is. No matter what you are, no matter that you are a war criminal, even if you are a failure who escaped from judgment, they will never blame you. That is not bad. Forget about everything and just live like that. But sorry that I'm unable, figure. I can only advance. I like there's a fucking quotation mark at the bottom of this page. The name of her boyfriend from the original Battle Angel, Alita, for next to figure. Are you sure? This is the point of no return. If you chose to advance more, you will face a harsher fate. And that will change you forever. And then there will be no place to go back to for you. Shut up! I won't be deceived by your words anymore. You're not a ghost or the devil. You're just a shadow created by my weak heart. Oh, you used Jung this time. You're desperately trying to rationalize. Jung. Carl Gustav Jung, psychologist and psychiatrist from Switzerland. First, he sympathized with Sigmund Freud, but later he created a different approach to psychology. Shadow. is one of Jones' important ideas. I think I probably pronounced some of that wrong. We're just moving on. I'm not stopping for stuff like that. I think I pronounced stuff wrong. My brain is figuring out certain things. I think I pronounced Sigmund Freud. I'm not pronouncing that right. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I know I've heard that before. That name. All right. I'm leaving this time. But don't forget, no matter how strong you become, I will always be with you. It is impossible to escape from this darkness. Is he finally gone? Like, is this the send-off? Will we never see Pain again? Center core. Block of yell enclosure. Oi, you woke up. How are your eyes? No problem. How's the game proceeding? They keep on winning, but there was a fire in the auditorium, so there's a lot of confusion. Sesh. Everyone, they did their best also. Fufu is small laugh. Okay, cool. I passed by that. She's continuing. This terminal looks usable, but there is so much frost on it. I'm guessing to keep it cold. Stuff heats up really quick. Well, nobody touched it for over a century. Good. Now to finally dive into Malcondex. Professor! Oh, I'm so excited! Kale. Finally, it's my turn. I will do my best. Alita. I also have to dive. Don't want to? Of course. How else are we going to find Lou? I see. Set that terminal to hollow memory. Clank. Ping's hand robot. Oh, Kale. They're talking about Kale. I was curious about that. The other ones I knew. Fucking Destiny Nova's like fucking ship, whatever. And all that. Ping, can you promise me one thing? Huh? This is not just to destroy Malcondex. What the hell are you talking about? Just do it right now. It's important. I didn't understand what I was doing. I know I don't want to repeat the same mistake and kill people here again. Hey. You understand that we are thieves. We are not here to do something good or to help easier to help. Easier to say we are doing bad. But this is not a situation to try to be nice, understand? Fucking Ping's face here, looks very much like Aizawa Sensei from My Hero. He reminds me a lot of Aizawa Sensei. At least the appearance-wise. It's a little bit off, though. I just want to help Lou. I don't want to involve innocent people. What the fuck are you talking about? If you can't be a villain, then stop this mission at once. Come on, calm down a bit. Alita, I don't think that this mission can lead to another camera tragedy, but as a nanotech scientist, I don't know how the mission will affect the future world. I'm not sure. But why don't we do this? If you want to be nice, then go to your room and sleep. Guy speaks from experience. The hand talking to him. Point of no return. Alita. Live by Mother Nature. I like fucking Destinova is eating flan in this fucking memory. And the flan has evil written on it. What are you already doing is including evil. If you can't accept this, it would be hard to live in this world, like poets. But to teach things like this to a fighter like you is like teaching fish how to swim. I understand. I was naive. In short, the moment you decided to exchange my brain chips as fees for this mission, you already destroyed the world. How can you say that? The difference from 200 years ago is that I decided to take this mission myself. That is the reason enough. And Alita puts in a chip, plugs it into the Malcondex. And she's now in the system. She almost looks like Cortana in such a way. Ping, where are you? Don't rush. If we make a backup, there is no worry. I'm also here. Kya. Ha ha ha. Is this the inside of the Malcondex? To say correctly, this is the virtual view of the shell network that forms Malcondex. Camelot is consisted of 25 main units. These 25 units are called Authorin, and they have different kinds of functions. They accompany subroutine programs, but because of what happened 200 years ago, self-destruction unit molded was activated, and the unit Arthur, which was supervised and everything, got deleted. That is why it's named the Camaranth. Let me read this real quick. The Authorins, knights who were entitled to sit at the round table in the Legend of King Arthur. There are different opinions about the number of Arthurians. 25 is the number of the round seat tables from Chester Castle. Camaranth, place where Arthur and Molderud had the last battle in the end of the story. Please explain it in a simple way. In short, this complicated thing got even more complicated because of you. I like Ping being like, just try and point the obvious towards Alita, and Alita's like, oh, I'm sorry. Fucking, in like a chibi form. In fact, Camelot is like a scattered puzzle. The only time I've ever heard Camelot, and I've heard it a lot, is fucking Fire Force with fucking Arthur of Company 8. That's where I hear Camelot and that stuff. I really don't know the story of Arthur. I just know I think he pulls the sword from the stone and becomes king. That's pretty much it. The finer details of that story I know from like Arthur, like in Fire Force, and I also know from the really bad Hellboy movie. But other than that, I really don't know. In fact, Camelot is like a scattered puzzle. Union technicians are trying to restore it. But for 200 years, they haven't succeeded. Of course, they failed. There is a virtual piece missing in the first place. And that piece is Fata Morgana. Yes, and here it is. Why did Caerula have such an important thing? Unpack. What? Don't rush. We just passed the gate and entered the old spear. What the fuck? We have like I've never played this game. I've only seen it in pictures and small clips. This looks like that tree in the Zelda game. The Zelda character. The tree where Zelda goes into to get the first, to fight that bug thing on the ceiling. Right? I think it's Zelda. I've seen more stuff of newer Zelda games. I don't know if he's in it. It's a tree. It's a tree face. I don't know what it is. Reminds me of that. It also reminds me of the faces that you see in Fallout 4. The buried faces. A stone statue. This is the prototype Merlin unit. So it's supposed to be picturing an old man with a mustache and beard, Merlin, the magician. Unit originally based on all units. This is the first time I'm actually accessing it. It won't bite me. It stopped working before even the orbital elevator was built, and it's still here. We don't have time for observation sightseeing. No, wait. If we follow this old route, we won't be disturbed by antibodies during the invasion, the incubation processor. Let's try. And he shoots a laser into the head. You can see the eyes light up of this Merlin stone statue. This is screen noise? No. Snow? And we're seeing memory, I'm guessing. And it's fucking, what is her name? Caerula? The fucking hot vampire? I don't think I ever called her hot in the fucking thing. She is pretty hot. Ugh. She is very hot. Trevor, okay, that's the end of the chapter. I end the chapter with the hot vampire. Hot vampire chick in the snow. She's in my favorite season. She's in my favorite climate, the snow. Hot vampire lady in snow. Woo. 10 out of 10. I'm joking. This is probably an 8.5 out of 10. We are going to be jumping into the next chapter. We're at 21 minutes. Actually, we're going a lot quicker, but I'm guessing one of these chapters is going to be long. Or they could be short. And the long ones could be at the end of the volume. There's usually a one long chapter in the... at least two long chapters, and they're usually in the two different 3 sets. We're picking up chapter 45, or phase 45. Point of no return to Caerula. Well, that's neat. So if I look on the wiki, the English volume, or the release, it was called Impact Winter, not Point of No Return 2. I will probably keep it Point of No Return 2. Quotations, Winter Impact. Impact Winter, probably in quotations. Point of No Return 2, Caerula. Sputnik. Calendar, 55th year. I'm going to take my pillows on where. The largest sun explosion in history of observation. That created a magnetic storm of enormous magnitude which disabled all electronics devices on Earth. Soon followed. That's funny because that's actually been theorized that might happen sometime within the next 100 years or whatever. Something like that could happen. It has happened to Earth before. It's just this is the first time we would have electronics that would be fucked with it. An undefined planetoid 14 kilometers in diameter and several smaller fragments crashed into the East Pole. The impact shook the entire Earth, dispersed the ozone layer, and destroyed the Earth's axis. An enormous tsunami lay waste for hundreds of kilometers. Later, the planetoid was named Excel. It made a crater 230 kilometers in diameter. Excel, in Mayan myth, wife of the greatest god Shamana. I had extra volumes. Fuck me, my brain, my tongue, everything. I added extra stuff to that. I'm sorry. Speech impediment is a fucking bitch. I have so much problem with words. Happens more when I have unknown words and then my brain gets flustered and I just fucking fall apart. Goddess of storms and floods. She is described as an old woman with sharp nails and known for her wrath. Earth and said particles clouded the stratosphere, Thick clouds covered the earth, and the ground became frozen. Winter came, a long, long impact winter. 10 years later, we see the Statue of Liberty. I arrived. It's like a washed skull on a rotten body. A fallen city's beautiful sight. So this is the cover of the volume. We have fucking the hot vampire Caerula, whatever. You have her and then 3 others. They're from the volume cover. Don't think so. Velma? Yeah, but I also liked how the neon lights glowed in the night. Velma Felcheri, later known as Caerula Sanguis. Forget about that. Lights will never come back. Forever. You can't get full from sightseeing. Chief, is there really a food in this area? Okay, so this guy right here is the guy pulling the sled. I had to go back up to see if he had a blindfold. This guy is blind and he's using his ears. We don't have to worry about this. And now they're in the city. So there are still survivors left. Lots of them. This other guy in the group starts shooting in buildings and he's hitting people. Don't just yell, bastards. Come and fight. It was our first fight since we came to the new area. You see them just killing everybody in their track. The blind person is using like a giant metal pole attached to like some cinder block, like he pulled it out of the fucking concrete. But it is better to say there's a one-sided slaughter than a fight. Anyways, it was proof that we are still alive on this world. The happiness of killing made my cheeks red. Hisk, out of bullets. Oi, is there a weapons store around here? A police officer is also okay. Oi, 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 oi. You already lost your ability to speak. Oh. So everyone in here no longer can speak. Everyone, survivors here. At least most of them so far. Why don't you stop using guns? Bullets that were frozen for 10 years are useless. Leave me alone. Everyone, let's have dinner. So, they are all vampires. I kind of figured. Blood! It's really been a long time since we last tasted human blood. We arrived. God damn it. We cognates control this world. I like there's a star on cognates, but there's no like caption here to explain. My name is Velma Felcheri. I was born in 1808 at Elderly in Habsburg Empire. Elderly, Transylvania, in the Hungarian language. Cognates. That is what... Oh, they're telling us right here. That's why there's... Cognate. That is what humans hate and fear the most. They call them vampires. At the time of my demise, I became a vampire. I left my hometown, wandered around the world. I never obeyed anyone. I lived alone. But even when I was apart from him, Victor Bjorn, the leader. I should probably write down Victor Bjorn. leader of the Cognites. He's the only the only guy I ever loved, and I am following him as his wife. I didn't doubt that the Cognates world would come at last. 4 years later, I encountered a group of mutants when I was alone. They're like giant, fat, like sumo wrestlers, but they have like scales and fur, and they're fighting in some winter land here. I made a stupid mistake and an avalanche happened. Oh, she got buried by an avalanche. What is this? Sounds from a guitar. A lady saved her. Ah, was it too loud? No, just continue. For how long haven't I heard the sounds of a guitar? What is your name? John Farrell, 13 years old. He was born after the catastrophe. The guitar playing wasn't so good, but it moved my emotions more than any professional player. Phew. Amazing resilience. We have a doctor, I'm guessing. You will be able to walk in a few days. John's father, Colin Farrell, took care of me. You're not a normal human, right? I'm a cognite. Natural enemy. Kill me. Now I can't move. Kill you. Stupid. We're all humans that survived the geocatastrophe. We should help each other. Not human. A vampire. Vampire. You can turn into a bat, or will you get burned from a cross, or will you turn to ash from sunlight? Huh. That is all stupid superstitions. I was a scientist before the catastrophe, though not a really good one. Biology is not my specialty. I guess you're an psychocratic, a DNA mutation from a very rare virus. So we are both human. There were 60 people living in this shelter. So we're getting history of this shelter that she's in right now. There were extracting methane gas from excrements to produce electricity and growing crops. They were self-sufficient. It was all thanks to Colin Farrell's plan. Can you try this, please? This is wine? It is not as good as Bordak's wine, but it's rather nice for a trial product, right? I was surprised. I hated human society and civilization, but now I realize I was dependent on it. You can't know how important something is until you lose it. This person that saved her. The names sound familiar. The father and the lady here. This might be the first time we've ran into them, but the names sound familiar. It might be the first time we ran into them. My brain might be picking up on something else. Can't know how important something is until you lose it. Even education for kids was very interesting. The theory of relative and quantum mechanics. I wonder, I'm very impressed when I can get through those words, but then I have a problem with like a 5-letter word. What is the point of teaching those things today? Because we have to do it today. We can't destroy the results of science. Our ancestors. God damn it, how can I mess up ancestors, but not fuck up quantum mechanics? What the fuck? My brain. I will pass down all my knowledge to my son. This horrible winter will pass someday, and spring will come. I don't know if it will be in a few years or a few hundred years. Someday, surely. You believe that the old civilization will revive? Honestly, Admire your leadership and effort to preserve the old civilization, but how continents were prosecuted in the great human society. You don't know how. I have to go back to that age. My injuries healed, so I decided to go back to my friends. Victor must be worried about me. The kid here is listening to her the whole time. There was a meeting that was to decide my treatment. There were guys who argued that it was too dangerous to let me leave. That fear was understandable. I owed them for saving my life, and I started liking them. Is there no peaceful solution for this? I'm making a peace proposal to Bison. We have to go to the surface someday. We can't continue hiding ourselves forever. Let's cooperate with them and overcome this terrible age. Peace, Ambassador Velma. I want you to do it. Velma, don't go. I like you, Velma. Velma. Not Velma. 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 Velma, Velma, Velma. Let's live here together. You get hungry, you can suck my blood. I like you too, John. So please wait. Promise I will bring good news. And then, please play the guitar for me again. I actually like that chapter a whole lot more than the other one. That I'm giving a 9 out of 10. I really like that one. Like, getting her pass, fucking marvelous. There's no comments on this. Not a big shocker from where I'm reading it from. But still. Jumping into the last chapter we're picking up this time around. Or phase. Phase 46 or chapter 46, Choice. Huh. Yeah, so these are different names now. If I look in the wiki, it says, I believe he felt the same. There's no food or bullets left. Only cigars and a Zippo. So this guy is called Jacko. This guy is called Zapolska. And we have one more. Yahoo! You found something? Bandage? He's calling Zapoles bandage. It makes sense. Look at this, dude. It's new. Usher will be happy. You. Didn't your daughter die already? Usher is still alive. Did the tumor go to his brain? He won't live much longer. Oi, bandage. Will you follow me if I become the boss? Why are you asking? Brian became a coward. Just once, one bitch died and he became like that. Shouldn't be the leader of the cognates. If you beat the leader, I'll consider. You know he is strong. There's a chance because he is like that. A little less than 2 chips left. Don't worry. Who is dead? Vilma. The last guy, I see his name. Pages ahead. I clicked too far. Went too far. They think she's dead. So they're doing the altar. Leave me. Victor Brian. Calm down, boss. Huh? Morse. Boss. Mistress is... You can see fucking Victor here fucking slams Morse through a fucking wall. And fucking Vilma walks in. I don't have even a thread of hope left. My 1,000 years of life is finished. And before he could stab himself, She hit the sword out of his hand and put it back into the sheath. You are so careless. So shameful, Victor. Victor comes in for a hug. Vilma. Flame of my life. 30 years passed since I met him, but he's never shown such weakness to me. When I thought about how much he loved me, my heart felt so warm. Made love. They were sleeping in a tiger skin bed. Under a tiger skin blanket. Beautiful scar. It's taken care of very well. I remember what I promised John. I can't hide the truth from Victor. People who helped me made this wine. I dared to say it all. There's a shelter made by people who want to keep their civilization. That they think we are the same humans and want an alliance with us. I also explain why I think. We are just going around from place to place and hunting survivors and destroying all they have. We cognates don't create anything. We will die out with the humans if we continue like this. This was the first time that I have made such a long speech. My voice was hoarse. It's not like me, as I became a teenage girl again. As if I became a teenage girl again. Yeah, if you speak forever, even if you're not used to it, your voice will become hoarse. I've became hoarse trying to plan for stuff. I sing to myself and dance when I'm at work, so my voice will become hoarse if I do a lot of recordings like this in the day. That's also my limit for why I don't record much certain days. Honestly, I didn't know how Victor would respond to this. He lived 5 times longer than I, so he must hate humans much more than I do. It is possible to persuade him with my words. But there is nothing much to say that John's, Collins, and the other people's fate is all dependent on him. This wine is not tasty, but if they can make it better someday, there is nothing but to wait. So she took this. I'm really hoping, and I'm fucking calling it now. I have a bad feeling he's appearing this to her. Well, he almost took his life. So maybe not. And I'm guessing we're going to have fucking Jacko and Polska. They're going to follow her and kill the whole village. Or threaten to kill the whole village. I'm guessing that's going to be what happens. We used an envoy and exchanged a few letters. We decided to have a meeting in 10 days after Farewell's shelter. When I think about it now, that time when I was waiting for this meeting was the happiest time I ever had. You look like a bride who is waiting for her wedding. You this happy? We don't have to hate anyone anymore. That's right. Wonder how he feels if we are all released from hatred. I'm really... Okay, so all 5 of them are here. At the time, I believed that he felt the same way, but later I realized that this hug had another meaning. The meeting day came. I'm gonna fucking hate this chapter, ain't I? Not feeling good. I'm fucking paused on the page of them greeting hands, reading that the hug meant something else. This is gonna be bad. I don't see a good outcome of this. I want to though, but I don't, and I'm so worried. I don't think a chapter has gotten me to like this point of worry. Like, I'm so worried. My meeting day came. I'm Caerula Pharaoh. I'm glad to welcome you. I'm Victor Bryan. I really appreciate that you saved her life. Colin looked so nervous. Well, that wasn't so strange. Please come here. We prepare warm meals for you. I didn't know about this way. John. That boy is. That is my son John. He is really shy. Please forgive him. Discouraged. Please come in and sit wherever you would like. There's chickens. They have like full chickens for everyone at a dining table. I will call Mrs. Bryan. Looks tasty. It will get cold, so please try them if you like. Please tell me. I now have a bad vision. My bad vision is not that they will kill the entire village. The village is gonna turn the blade on the vampires. Here's the thing. I've said this countless times in other stuff. I love the mythological things, and I think it's one of the things that if I ever found out about, I would not tell anybody, because I don't think it could come out without the whole world, like most of the world, wanting to just kill it and be rid of it. I would rather, if I ever found like something like this, I would still openly look like I was still looking for it, or I've been searching for it all this time, because I would never want something like this to be found, because humanity is not always like peaceful in that. They're also dishonest. Before Victor does anything, or the people, you have bandage already eaten. How long haven't I eaten a meal like this? And fucking Victor stops Jacko and Morse from eating or drinking. It's brackish and so tasty. John, I kept your promise. Huh? What's up? You're scared of them. Don't worry. They look bad, but me and Victor will protect you all. We're all friends now. Velma, please forgive my dad. Huh? Steph. They smell weird. Bandage fell down. It's a Paul. Shit. It's a trap. Wait, Jacko. Look at the floor. Goddamn fucking pigs. They're filling in the ground with like some gas, and they drop down a Molotov. It was gonna explode. It didn't explode. Don't rush. That is a volatile carbon sulfide. There's a fucking star next to it, but there's nothing here. If they try to break the door down, even a small spark will ignite it. We just have to wait patiently. What the hell is this? Velma is fucking pissed, beyond pissed. She's also scared because this is Elza. Zeppel, you knew that they poisoned the mill. Why you? Goho, more so. You could have realized that. He didn't even have a short lease on life. He might be happy that he could at least eat something nice in the end. Gofu. Vilma, you can hear my voice. Look. This is true human nature. So he was proven a point. It is true human nature. And I feel bad for the vampires. I absolutely do. I think this is the first time BAA and Alita did this to me. I think, in a sense, this didn't destroy me as much as a chapter in One Punch Man, but I'm fucking destroyed. I'm so close to the end of this chapter, and we can be onto the review, but I don't know. I really don't know. I looked at the bad and thought maybe the vampires would kill everything, because the vampires live in hundreds and hundreds of years would have saw humanity do the worst to them. But in the outcome, it was the humans that would repeat the same cycle. The cycle will repeat constantly. Humanity, all the good that can be done for the world, there is still bad that comes, that negates that good. I feel bad for them. I feel so bad. I feel bad for Velma. This is true human nature. You deceived me. You said that we are all the same human. That was a lie. No, it wasn't. Where we are afraid of not vampires, devils, but the people who are from somewhere else are responsible to protect. The shelter from unknown murderers. But you are different, Velma. You're beautiful and clever. Please stay here as John's mother. Velma knew that. Humans would just try to lead us into a trap with cheap tricks. They are sheep that lost their shepherd. We are the wolves that hunt them. God ordained this doom, and will be never be changed. And why did you come here? If you knew it was a lie, Vilma, you are such a sweet woman. They didn't want to see that you got betrayed, became sad, become sad, but you couldn't admit to their plot. If we didn't come here, you must choose now, us or the humans. And that's the end of the chapter. Does she pick the humans? Because technically, she is right now, when we saw her, she doesn't have the rest of the vampires with her. Fuck, this chapter is devastating. I don't think this chapter destroyed me as much as I think this destroyed me, though. I don't know how we review this. I really don't. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. But for review purpose, I don't know how the review will go. Usually we have a long review, like 10, 15 minutes, but this might be a short review because I really don't know what to do with this. And this just goes into my statement. I will be picking up the rest of the volume because I want to know how the outcome becomes. Having the first chapter with Pain disappearing, like leaving. He might be gone for good. I'm hopeful, but he could return at any point. Whenever Alita feels weakness. And then to see Celio Segias backstory. The vampire, the hot vampire. I think it's because of how I grew up and what I watched and everything. If aliens exist or another creature, another creature of intelligence, I'll accept it with open arms. I don't. Everyone might look different, but we're all just humans. We're all just a creature, living to thrive and survive. And there might be other creatures in the universe or creatures long forgotten. If they ever come, I'll accept them. I'm more. I don't know. Crazy in my name means more stuff the more I go. The ideas and how I treat everyone, or maybe how I think of mythical creatures or fucking fantasy stuff as maybe it exists somewhere else, different universe. Maybe that all seems crazy to people, but I grew up differently. This is just me. Check audio one more time. I'm more than certain audio is still fine, but I want to listen to some music in the background. So I want to make sure audio is all fine before I start. So we can talk because I'm fucking destroyed and I need something. I need something to fucking get me back on track. Music. Music is the one thing that keeps my mind in peace. Keeps my mind at like all in one straight line. Okay. Let me go music. I'll go to my mixtape. If you're ever curious about music, on my channel, one of my playlists I have is music I love to listen to. Beware spoilers because some of them are just AMVs. So, talking about these chapters. I'm sitting back on my bed. I can't. So, the first chapter was great. Good starting point, good jumping point. But the next two chapters are beyond incredible. And the final chapter we picked up fucking destroyed me because my brain was trying to predict stuff, but feeling bad for whatever the outcome is, no matter what the outcome is. Just need one good song. Come on. I can't sit over there. If anything, I'll stick with it. 8.5, then 9, then a 10. For the titles, chapters. I don't know what to talk about. I really don't. There's just too much. My brain is still comprehending what the fuck just happened these last 3 chapters. What just happened this last chapter. To see innocence of a lady die so quickly. Fucking stress. Like, it pisses me off. I do like him giving Salpo or bandage. They didn't save him because they knew he was gonna die sooner or later. And it was not peaceful, but he died having a meal. Is that why there's 4 of them on the fucking cover? No, there are 5 of them on the cover of the volume. Okay. I just probably didn't realize there was 5. Okay, so yeah, I would love to talk about it, but this chapter fucking destroyed me. I had a train of thought to like review these, but I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how this could go. It's so open. It's like this is the worst part to end on for me. There's so many possibilities it could end, and I just can't predict it anymore. I'm so for her to see the twist of the blade from humanity, who could finally be good enough to welcome them in. Oh, it fucking pisses me off. I'm fucking pissed at the humans. I really thought the vampires at first would probably attack because they've felt the pain of humanity over and over and over and over. But them coming in and being the ones who are being attacked straight away without them really doing much is such a twist of the blade, and it really just destroyed me. It really did. I don't know. We're ending it here. I would love to talk more. I really would, but I really don't know how to talk more than this. Next time we'll pick up chapter 47, 48, 49. We'll finish volume 8. Angel's Vision, which I'm guessing Angel's Vision would be fucking referring to Caerula, her vision. The next volume is Duty, which could also, each of this could just be vision, and that could be Alita seeing this memory. Otherwise, if you guys like video, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I recommend subscribing to the channel to keep up with all the content. Otherwise, this has been Mr. Again signing off. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night. Wherever you are, just have a good day. Hopefully I see you guys next video, and peace.